Deep beneath the waves, shrouded in mystery, lies an enigmatic underwater house that has captivated the imaginations of explorers and adventurers alike. This submerged structure, cloaked in the whispers of the ocean, beckons a daring expedition aimed at uncovering its secrets. The purpose of this journey is not merely to satisfy curiosity, but to delve into the depths of history, architecture, and the stories that have been lost to time. As we prepare to embark on this thrilling adventure, we're reminded of the significance of the underwater house. It stands as a testament to human ingenuity and resilience, a relic of a bygone era that has been reclaimed by the sea. The expedition promises to reveal not only the physical aspects of this submerged marvel, but also the narratives that surround it, offering insights into the lives of those who once inhabited it and the circumstances that led to its watery grave. As we set sail towards this hidden treasure, the air is thick with anticipation. What secrets lie within those submerged walls? What artifacts might we uncover that could shed light on the past? The allure of the unknown is a powerful motivator, igniting a sense of adventure that drives us forward. Each wave that crashes against the boat seems to echo the call of the deep, urging us to dive into the abyss and explore the mysteries that await. The underwater house is not just a structure, it is a portal to another world, a place where time stands still and the stories of yesteryear linger in the currents. The expedition is not just about exploration, it is about connecting with history, understanding the forces that shaped our world, and appreciating the beauty of what lies beneath the surface. However, as we prepare for this journey, we must also acknowledge the potential dangers that accompany such an endeavor. The ocean is a formidable force, unpredictable, and often unforgiving. Navigating through its depths requires skill, courage, and respect for the elements. The expedition team is well aware of the risks involved, from the challenges of underwater navigation to the potential for encountering marine life that may not take kindly to intruders in their domain. Safety protocols are paramount, and each member of the team is equipped with the knowledge and tools necessary to face the challenges ahead. The thrill of discovery is tempered by the reality of the ocean's power, reminding us that while we seek to uncover the secrets of the underwater house, we must do so with caution and reverence. The significance of exploring the unknown cannot be overstated. Each expedition into uncharted territory has the potential to reshape our understanding of history and the world around us. The underwater house may hold artifacts that could rewrite narratives, challenge existing theories, or provide a glimpse into the lives of those who came before us. It is a reminder that there is still so much to learn, so many stories waiting to be told. As we prepare to plunge into the depths, we carry with us the hopes of uncovering not just the physical remnants of the past, but also the intangible connections that bind us to those who once walked the earth. The journey ahead is fraught with uncertainty, but it is this very uncertainty that fuels our desire to explore, to discover, and to understand the mysteries that lie beneath the waves. With each dive, we inch closer to unraveling the secrets of the underwater house, and in doing so, we embrace the spirit of adventure that has driven humanity to explore the unknown since time immemorial. As the Nautilus descended into the azure depths of the ocean, the anticipation among the crew was palpable. Leading the expedition was Dr. Sylvia Laurent, a renowned oceanographer whose passion for marine exploration was matched only by her expertise in underwater archaeology. With years of experience navigating the mysteries of the deep, Dr. Laurent was not only the scientific mind behind the expedition, but also the heart that inspired her team to push the boundaries of discovery. Her eyes sparkled with excitement as she monitored the sonar readings, her fingers deftly adjusting the controls of the submersible. The mission was clear: to uncover the secrets of the mysterious underwater house that had long eluded explorers and researchers alike. As the Nautilus glided deeper into the ocean, the light from the submersible illuminated the surrounding water, revealing a world teeming with life. Schools of fish darted past, their scales glinting like jewels in the soft glow. Yet, as they descended further, the vibrant colors of the marine life began to fade into a haunting palette of blues and greens, creating an atmosphere thick with anticipation and unease. The team remained silent, each member acutely aware of the significance of this moment. Dr. Laurent's heart raced as they approached the coordinates where the underwater house was believed to be located. The excitement was tinged with a sense of foreboding, as if the ocean itself was holding its breath in anticipation of what was to come. Then, in a moment that felt both surreal and electric, the sonar beeped with urgency, signaling the presence of a large structure ahead. Dr. Laurent leaned closer to the monitor, her breath hitching in her throat as the outline of the house began to materialize through the murky water. The team collectively gasped, their eyes widening in disbelief. There it was, a silhouette of a once grand structure, now cloaked in shadows and surrounded by an eerie stillness. The house appeared to be partially collapsed, its walls draped in seaweed and barnacles, as if nature had woven a shroud around it. The sight was both beautiful and haunting, a stark reminder of the passage of time and the relentless power of the ocean. As the Nautilus drew nearer, the atmosphere inside the submersible shifted. The initial thrill of discovery was overshadowed by an unsettling feeling that permeated the air. The house loomed larger, its windows dark and hollow, like empty eyes staring into the abyss. Dr. Laurent felt a chill run down her spine as she took in the scene. The water around them seemed to grow colder, and an inexplicable sense of foreboding settled over the team. They were not merely observers, they were intruders in a world that had long been forgotten, and the weight of that realization hung heavily in the air. The crew exchanged nervous glances, their excitement tempered by an unspoken understanding of the gravity of their discovery. What stories lay within those submerged walls? What secrets had the ocean kept hidden for so long? Dr. Laurent's mind raced with questions, each one more pressing than the last. The house was a relic of the past, a silent witness to the lives that had once thrived within its walls. Yet now it stood as a ghostly reminder of time's passage, a place where echoes of laughter and warmth had been replaced by the cold embrace of the sea. As the Nautilus hovered in place, the team prepared for their first exploration of the house. Dr. Laurent's voice broke the silence, steady and resolute. "We're about to uncover something extraordinary," she said, her eyes reflecting both determination and caution. The eerie atmosphere surrounding the discovery only heightened their resolve. They were on the brink of unveiling the mysteries of the underwater house, and despite the foreboding presence that enveloped them, the thrill of exploration surged within each member of the team. The ocean had revealed its secret, and now it was time to delve into the depths of history, armed with curiosity and respect for the unknown. As the Nautilus prepared for its groundbreaking expedition, the crew gathered in the control room, each member bringing their own unique motivations and skills to the mission. At the forefront was Ethan Calder, a marine archaeologist whose determination to uncover the secrets of the mysterious underwater house was palpable. With a background steeped in historical research and a passion for uncovering lost civilizations, Ethan had dedicated his life to exploring the depths of the ocean. The allure of the house, rumored to hold artifacts and stories from a forgotten era, ignited a fire within him. He envisioned the potential discoveries that could reshape historical narratives and provide insights into the lives of those who once inhabited the structure. For Ethan, this expedition was not just a job, it was a calling, a chance to connect with the past in a way that few ever could. Joining Ethan was Jack Hargrove, a seasoned deep-sea diver known for his adventurous spirit and technical expertise. Jack had spent years exploring the ocean's most treacherous depths, and his experience made him an invaluable asset to the team. However, his motivations were not solely rooted in exploration. He was also driven by a desire to push the limits of human capability. Jack thrived on the thrill of the unknown, and the prospect of diving into the depths to uncover the underwater house's secrets excited him. Yet, beneath his bravado lay a hint of skepticism. He often questioned the feasibility of the mission, wondering if the house was merely a myth, or if it would prove to be a dangerous endeavor. This skepticism, however, only fueled his determination to prove the doubters wrong. Sophia Reyes, a brilliant marine biologist, rounded out the core team. With a keen understanding of ocean ecosystems and a passion for conservation, Sophia was motivated by a desire to study the impact of human structures on marine life. She viewed the underwater house as a unique opportunity to explore the intersection of history and ecology. Sophia's analytical mind and attention to detail made her an essential part of the team, but she often found herself caught between her scientific curiosity and the team's more adventurous spirit. While she was excited about the potential discoveries, she also harbored concerns about the environmental implications of their exploration. Her skepticism about the mission stemmed from a deep-seated desire to protect the ocean and its inhabitants, leading to thoughtful discussions with her teammates about the balance between exploration and conservation. Layla Sinclair, a skilled underwater photographer, brought a creative perspective to the expedition. With a background in visual storytelling, Layla was motivated by the desire to capture the beauty and mystery of the underwater world. She believed that images could convey the stories of the past in ways that words could not. Layla's enthusiasm for documenting the expedition was infectious, yet she too shared the team's initial skepticism. She wondered if the underwater house would live up to the hype, or if it would be just another submerged relic lost to time. Despite her doubts, Layla was determined to capture every moment of the journey, hoping to create a visual narrative that would resonate with audiences and inspire a deeper appreciation for the ocean's mysteries. As the team gathered to discuss their roles, the dynamics among them began to take shape. Ethan's unwavering determination clashed with Jack's adventurous skepticism, while Sophia's cautious approach often tempered their enthusiasm. Layla, caught in the middle, sought to bridge the gap between their differing perspectives. The initial skepticism about the mission created a sense of tension, but it also fostered a collaborative spirit. Each member recognized the value of their unique skills and perspectives, and as they prepared to embark on this journey together, they began to understand that their differences could be their greatest strength. With the Nautilus ready to dive into the depths, the team stood united, albeit with lingering doubts. They were about to embark on an expedition that would test their limits, challenge their beliefs, and ultimately reveal the secrets of the mysterious underwater house. As they exchanged glances filled with both excitement and apprehension, they knew that the journey ahead would not only uncover the past, but also forge bonds that would last a lifetime. As the Nautilus prepared for its descent into the ocean's depths, the atmosphere inside the submersible was charged with a mix of tension and excitement. The crew members exchanged nervous glances, their hearts racing in anticipation of what lay ahead. Dr. Sylvia Laurent, seated at the controls, meticulously reviewed the dive plan, her focus unwavering. Ethan Calder, his eyes gleaming with determination, checked and rechecked his equipment, eager to document every moment of their journey. Jack Hargrove, ever the thrill-seeker, cracked jokes to lighten the mood, but even he felt the weight of the moment pressing down on him. Sophia Reyes, her brow furrowed in concentration, ran through her mental checklist, ensuring that everything was in order for the dive. Layla Sinclair adjusted her camera settings, ready to capture the beauty of the underwater world, but she too felt the palpable tension in the air. As the Nautilus began its descent, the submersible was enveloped in darkness, the light from the surface fading into an inky abyss. The crew felt the pressure of the water increasing around them, a constant reminder of the vastness of the ocean and the unknown challenges that awaited. Suddenly, a warning light flickered on the control panel, and Sylvia's heart sank. "We have a minor equipment issue," she announced, her voice steady despite the rising tension. The team exchanged worried glances, their excitement momentarily overshadowed by concern. Jack quickly jumped into action, troubleshooting the problem with the sonar system. "I think it's just a loose connection," he said, his hands deftly working to resolve the issue. The seconds felt like hours as the team held their breath, hoping for a swift resolution. Finally, with a satisfying click, the sonar came back online, and a collective sigh of relief washed over the crew. The momentary setback had only heightened their resolve to continue the dive. As they descended deeper, the ocean transformed around them. The vibrant colors of the shallow waters gave way to a muted palette of blues and greens, creating an otherworldly atmosphere. Schools of fish darted past, their movements fluid and graceful, while the occasional shadow of a larger creature loomed in the distance. The team marveled at the beauty of the underwater world, but their focus remained on the mission. Each passing moment brought them closer to the underwater house, and the anticipation was almost unbearable. Finally, after what felt like an eternity, the sonar beeped with urgency, signaling that they were nearing their destination. Dr. Laurent's heart raced as she adjusted the Nautilus's trajectory, guiding the submersible toward the coordinates they had meticulously plotted. The tension in the cabin was palpable, each crew member acutely aware that they were on the brink of a monumental discovery. As the Nautilus glided through the water, the outline of the house began to materialize in the distance, shrouded in shadows and surrounded by a haunting stillness. When the house came into full view, the team was struck by its imposing presence. The structure loomed before them, partially collapsed and draped in seaweed, as if nature had woven a shroud around it. The windows, dark and hollow, seemed to beckon them closer, inviting them to uncover the secrets hidden within. A sense of awe washed over the crew, and for a moment, they were all silent, lost in the magnitude of what they had discovered. Ethan's breath caught in his throat as he took in the sight, his mind racing with the possibilities of what lay inside. Jack, usually brimming with bravado, was momentarily speechless, his adventurous spirit humbled by the weight of history before them. Dr. Laurent broke the silence, her voice filled with reverence. "This is it. We've found it." The words hung in the air, heavy with significance. The overwhelming sense of discovery enveloped the team, igniting a fire of curiosity and excitement within each member. They were no longer just explorers. They were witnesses to history, standing on the threshold of a world long forgotten. As they prepared to embark on their exploration of the underwater house, the challenges of the descent faded into the background, replaced by a shared sense of purpose and the thrill of the unknown. Together they would uncover the mysteries that lay within, forging a connection with the past that would resonate through time. As the Nautilus settled into position near the entrance of the mysterious underwater house, the team prepared for their first exploration of the structure. Dr. Sylvia Laurent led the way, her heart pounding with a mix of excitement and trepidation. The moment they stepped inside, the atmosphere shifted dramatically. The water was colder here, and a palpable sense of unease enveloped them, as if the house itself was alive, breathing in the silence of the ocean depths. The walls, covered in a thick layer of barnacles and algae, seemed to pulse with an energy that was both inviting and foreboding. Shadows danced in the dim light of their headlamps, creating an eerie ambiance that heightened their senses. As they ventured deeper into the house, the team began to uncover strange artifacts that hinted at the lives once lived within these walls. Ethan's eyes widened as he discovered a beautifully crafted vase, its surface adorned with intricate designs that had been preserved by the ocean's embrace. "This is remarkable," he exclaimed, carefully lifting the vase to examine it more closely. The craftsmanship spoke of a culture rich in artistry, and Ethan felt a surge of connection to the past. Yet, as he held the artifact, a shiver ran down his spine, as if the vase carried with it the weight of untold stories and emotions. Jack, exploring a nearby room, stumbled upon a collection of rusted tools scattered across a workbench. "These look like they haven't been touched in decades," he remarked, his voice echoing in the stillness. The tools, encrusted with marine growth, seemed to whisper of the hands that once wielded them, and Jack felt a strange compulsion to reach out and touch them. But as he did, a sudden chill swept through the room, causing him to pull back instinctively. The sensation was unsettling, as if the house was warning him to tread carefully. Sophia, meanwhile, had ventured into what appeared to be a living area. The remnants of furniture lay scattered, draped in a thick layer of sediment. She noticed a faded photograph pinned to the wall, its edges curling with age. As she examined it, she felt an inexplicable connection to the figures captured in the image, their smiles frozen in time. Yet the moment was interrupted by a low, resonant hum that seemed to emanate from the very walls of the house. The sound was unsettling, vibrating through the water and sending ripples of unease through the team. "Did you hear that?" Sophia asked, her voice barely above a whisper. The others nodded, their expressions mirroring her concern. As they continued their exploration, the sense of the house as a living entity grew stronger. It felt as though the structure was aware of their presence, responding to their movements with subtle shifts in temperature and sound. Layla, capturing the moment with her camera, felt an odd energy coursing through her. "It's like the house has its own heartbeat," she said, her voice tinged with awe and apprehension. The walls seemed to pulse in rhythm with her words, and she couldn't shake the feeling that they were being watched. With each new discovery, the team's unease deepened. They found more artifacts, an ornate mirror, a collection of books, and even a child's toy, all enshrined in the ocean's embrace. Yet with every item they uncovered, the atmosphere grew heavier, as if the house was revealing its secrets reluctantly. Ethan felt a growing sense of dread, as if they were intruding on something sacred. "We need to be careful," he cautioned, glancing at his teammates. "There's a history here that we may not fully understand." The deeper they delved, the more the house seemed to respond to their presence. Doors creaked open on their own, shadows flitted just beyond the reach of their lights, and the hum grew louder, almost like a warning. The team exchanged uneasy glances, their initial excitement giving way to a shared apprehension. It was as if the house was alive, its energy intertwining with their own, creating a bond that was both exhilarating and terrifying. As they gathered in the main room, the weight of their discoveries pressed down on them. The artifacts, once symbols of curiosity, now felt like burdens, each one a reminder of the lives that had been lived and lost within these walls. The house, with its eerie atmosphere and strange occurrences, had become a character in its own right, a living entity that held the secrets of the past close to its heart. The team stood on the precipice of discovery, but with each passing moment, they couldn't shake the feeling that they were being drawn into a deeper mystery, one that would challenge their understanding of history and the very nature of the house itself. As the team continued their exploration of the underwater house, an unsettling presence began to manifest around them. It started as a flicker in the corner of their vision, shadows darting just beyond the reach of their lights. At first, they dismissed it as a trick of the mind, a product of the eerie atmosphere that enveloped the structure. However, as they ventured deeper, the shadows coalesced into distinct forms, revealing themselves as the house's guardians. These shadowy figures were ethereal and menacing, their outlines shifting and swirling like smoke in the water. Their features were indistinct, but their eyes glowed with an otherworldly light, piercing through the darkness and instilling a sense of dread in the hearts of the explorers. The Guardians seemed to watch the team with an intensity that made the air feel thick with tension. It was as if they were assessing the intruders, weighing their intentions and determining whether they were worthy of the secrets the house held. The atmosphere grew heavier, and the temperature dropped, sending chills down the spines of the crew members. Dr. Sylvia Laurent felt a knot of anxiety tighten in her stomach as she realized that they were not alone in this place. The Guardians were not merely figments of their imagination. They were protectors of the house, and they would not allow the team to proceed without facing trials that would test their resolve. As the Guardians began to move, the team felt an overwhelming urge to retreat, but they stood their ground, driven by a mix of curiosity and determination. The first trial presented itself in the form of a riddle, spoken in a voice that echoed through the water like a distant thunderclap. To uncover the past, you must first confront your fears. What is it that binds you to the surface, yet holds you back from the depths? The question hung in the water, heavy with meaning. Each member of the team felt the weight of their own insecurities and doubts rising to the surface. Ethan, who had always sought validation through his discoveries, grappled with the fear of failure. Jack, the thrill seeker, faced the reality of his reckless nature and the consequences it could bring. Sophia wrestled with her desire to protect the ocean, questioning whether their exploration was truly justified. Layla, the storyteller, felt the pressure of capturing the moment perfectly, fearing that she would fail to convey the significance of their journey. The team exchanged glances, each member silently acknowledging the challenge before them. They took turns voicing their fears, and with each confession, the Guardians seemed to shift, their menacing presence softening ever so slightly. The act of confronting their vulnerabilities became a cathartic experience, allowing them to bond as a team. With newfound clarity, they answered the riddle together, their voices echoing in unison. We are bound by our past, but we seek to understand it, to learn from it. The Guardians paused, their glowing eyes flickering, as if considering their response. Having passed the first trial, the team was met with a second challenge, one that tested their physical endurance. The Guardians gestured toward a narrow passageway, its entrance obscured by swirling currents. To proceed, the team would have to navigate through the treacherous waters, battling against the current that threatened to pull them back. The pressure of the water increased, and the team felt the strain on their bodies as they fought to swim forward. Jack led the charge, his experience as a diver shining through as he encouraged the others to push through the resistance. Sylvia, Sophia, and Layla followed closely, their determination fueling their movements. As they navigated the passage, the Guardians loomed nearby, their presence both intimidating and protective. The team could feel the Guardians' energy, a force that both challenged and guided them. Each stroke felt like a battle against the very essence of the house, and the team had to rely on one another to succeed. They communicated through gestures and shouts, their camaraderie growing stronger with each passing moment. Finally, after what felt like an eternity, they emerged from the passage, gasping for breath, exhilarated by their triumph. However, the trials were far from over. The Guardians, sensing their growing confidence, presented one final challenge, a test of their unity. The team was led to a vast chamber filled with artifacts, each representing a piece of history. But as they approached, the Guardians unleashed a wave of disorienting energy, causing the room to shift and distort. The team found themselves separated, each member facing their own version of the chamber, filled with echoes of their past mistakes and regrets. The psychological challenge was immense, as they struggled to navigate through the illusions that threatened to overwhelm them. In that moment of isolation, they had to confront not only their fears, but also the strength of their bond. They called out to one another, their voices cutting through the chaos, reminding each other of their shared purpose. Slowly, they began to piece together the fragments of their experiences, recognizing that their individual struggles were intertwined. With a collective effort, they focused on the strength of their unity, and the Guardians responded, the energy in the chamber shifting to allow them to reunite. As they stood together, the Guardians finally acknowledged their worthiness. The menacing presence that had once loomed over them transformed into a protective aura, enveloping the team in a warm glow. They had faced the trials of the house and emerged stronger, not just as individuals, but as a cohesive unit. The Guardians, now a symbol of the house's history and wisdom, seemed to grant them passage to the deeper secrets that awaited. The team, though weary from their challenges, felt a renewed sense of purpose as they prepared to uncover the mysteries that lay ahead, united in their quest to honor the past and protect the future. As the team gathered in the heart of the underwater house, the atmosphere was charged with anticipation. They had faced trials that tested their resolve, and now they stood on the precipice of uncovering the truth about the structure and its connection to a long-lost civilization. Dr. Sylvia Laurent, her voice steady yet filled with awe, began to piece together the fragments of history that surrounded them. This house, she explained, was once a thriving hub for a civilization that flourished thousands of years ago, long before recorded history. They were known for their advanced understanding of the ocean and its ecosystems, living in harmony with the environment. Ethan Calder, his eyes wide with excitement, added, "Archaeological evidence suggests that this civilization possessed knowledge of sustainable practices that allowed them to thrive in this underwater realm. They built this house not just as a shelter, but as a testament to their connection with the sea." As they explored the remnants of the structure, the team began to uncover artifacts that spoke of a rich culture. Intricate pottery, tools crafted from coral, and murals depicting scenes of daily life. Each discovery painted a vivid picture of a society that had once flourished, only to be swallowed by the ocean's depths, leaving behind echoes of its existence. However, the most significant revelation came when they stumbled upon a hidden chamber deep within the house. As they entered, the team was greeted by a pulsating energy source, a crystalline formation that radiated a soft, ethereal light. The energy seemed to hum with life, filling the chamber with a warmth that contrasted sharply with the coldness of the surrounding water. Sylvia approached the crystal, her heart racing as she realized its implications. "This energy source," she said, her voice barely above a whisper, "is what sustained this civilization. They harnessed its power to thrive, to cultivate their environment, and to connect with the ocean in ways we can only begin to understand." The discovery sent ripples of excitement through the team, but it was quickly tempered by a growing sense of unease. Jack Hargrove, ever the pragmatist, voiced the concerns that were beginning to surface. What happens if we take this energy? What if we try to control it? His words hung in the air, heavy with the weight of moral implications. The team exchanged glances, each member grappling with the ethical dilemmas that accompanied their discovery. The allure of power was intoxicating, but at what cost? Sophia Reyes, her brow furrowed in thought, spoke up. "We have to consider the consequences of our actions. This energy source is not just a resource. It's a part of the ecosystem that this civilization once thrived within. If we exploit it, we risk repeating the mistakes of the past." Her words resonated with the team, reminding them of the delicate balance that existed between humanity and nature. They were not merely explorers, they were stewards of the ocean, tasked with protecting its mysteries rather than exploiting them. Layla Sinclair, who had been quietly observing, added, "We need to document this discovery, to share the story of this civilization and the lessons it holds. If we can show the world the importance of preserving this energy source, perhaps we can inspire others to respect the ocean rather than conquer it." Her perspective shifted the conversation, emphasizing the responsibility they bore as custodians of history. As they deliberated, the guardians of the house seemed to watch, their presence a reminder of the weight of their decisions. The team felt the energy of the crystal pulsing in rhythm with their hearts, as if it were aware of their moral struggle. They understood that the power contained within the crystal was not merely a tool for advancement. It was a legacy, a connection to a civilization that had once thrived in harmony with the ocean. In that moment, the team made a collective decision. They would not take the energy for themselves. Instead, they would honor the legacy of the lost civilization by protecting the crystal in the house. They would document their findings, sharing the story of the civilization that had come before them and the lessons learned from its rise and fall. The moral dilemmas they faced had forged a bond among them, uniting them in a shared purpose that transcended their individual motivations. As they prepared to leave the chamber, the team felt a renewed sense of responsibility. They were not just explorers, they were guardians of history, tasked with preserving the knowledge and wisdom of the past for future generations. The underwater house, with its connection to a lost civilization and its powerful energy source, had revealed its truth, and the team emerged from the depths with a profound understanding of their role in the delicate balance of the ocean's ecosystem. They had uncovered not only the secrets of the house, but also the moral compass that would guide their actions moving forward, ensuring that the legacy of the lost civilization would not be forgotten. As the team stood in the heart of the underwater house, the atmosphere shifted dramatically. The guardians, once merely watchful, now surged forward, their shadowy forms coalescing into a menacing force. The pulsating energy source in the chamber began to flicker erratically, casting eerie shadows that danced across the walls. The Guardians, sensing the team's intentions to protect the crystal, unleashed a wave of energy that reverberated through the water, sending shockwaves of chaos throughout the chamber. The team was thrown off balance, struggling to maintain their footing as the Guardians advanced, their glowing eyes filled with an intensity that spoke of ancient power and wrath. Ethan Calder felt a surge of adrenaline as he fought to regain his composure. The stakes had never been higher. They were not just battling for their lives, but for the very essence of the civilization that had once thrived here. "We need to protect the crystal," he shouted, his voice barely audible over the cacophony of swirling water and the Guardians' haunting wails. Jack Hargrove, ever the fighter, rallied the team, urging them to form a defensive line. "We can't let them take it," he yelled, determination etched on his face. The Guardians surged forward, their forms shifting and swirling like smoke, and the team braced themselves for the impending confrontation. The chaos erupted as the Guardians unleashed their power, sending blasts of energy that rippled through the water. The team dodged and weaved, narrowly avoiding the strikes that threatened to engulf them. Sylvia Laurent, her heart racing, focused on the crystal, knowing that its energy was the key to understanding the Guardians' intentions. "They're protecting it," she shouted, her voice filled with urgency. "We need to find a way to communicate with them." But as the Guardians pressed closer, it became clear that words would not suffice. They were determined to defend their charge at all costs. In the midst of the turmoil, Ethan felt a pull toward the energy source, an inexplicable connection that urged him to confront it directly. He could sense the Guardians' anger, but he also felt a deep sadness emanating from the crystal, as if it were mourning the loss of its civilization. "I have to try," he thought, his resolve hardening. With a deep breath, he broke away from the group, swimming toward the pulsating light. The Guardians roared in protest, their forms shifting into a more aggressive stance, but Ethan pressed on, driven by an instinct he couldn't ignore. As he reached the crystal, the energy surged around him, enveloping him in a warm glow. The Guardians hesitated, their movements faltering as they sensed Ethan's intent. "I'm not here to take it," he called out, his voice steady despite the chaos surrounding him. "I want to understand. I want to honor your legacy." The words hung in the water, and for a moment, the Guardians paused, their glowing eyes flickering with uncertainty. But the moment was fleeting. The Guardians, sensing the threat posed by the team's presence, rallied once more, launching a coordinated attack. Ethan felt the energy of the crystal pulse in response, and he realized that it was not just a source of power. It was a conduit for communication. He reached out, placing his hands on the crystal, and in that instant, a wave of energy surged through him, connecting him to the very essence of the house and its Guardians. The intensity of the moment was overwhelming. Ethan was flooded with visions of the lost civilization, their triumphs, their struggles, and ultimately, their downfall. He understood now that the Guardians were not merely protectors, they were the remnants of a society that had once thrived, now bound to the energy source that had sustained them. The stakes were higher than he had ever imagined. If the Guardians were to be angered, the consequences could be catastrophic, not just for the team, but for the delicate balance of the ocean itself. With newfound clarity, Ethan turned to his teammates, who were still battling against the Guardians' onslaught. "Stop fighting," he shouted, his voice breaking through the chaos. "We need to show them we mean no harm." Jack, caught in the heat of the moment, hesitated, but then nodded, understanding the urgency in Ethan's plea. The team began to retreat, forming a protective circle around Ethan as he continued to connect with the crystal. The Guardians paused, their forms flickering as they sensed the shift in energy. Ethan focused on the crystal, channeling his thoughts and emotions into it, hoping to convey their intentions. "We want to learn from you," he implored, his heart racing. "We want to protect this place, to honor your legacy." The Guardians hesitated, their menacing presence softening as they absorbed Ethan's sincerity. In that climactic moment, the chaos began to subside. The Guardians, sensing the team's genuine intentions, slowly withdrew, their forms becoming less aggressive. The energy source pulsed steadily, illuminating the chamber with a warm light that felt like a promise of understanding. The battle had transformed into a moment of connection, and the stakes had shifted from survival to collaboration. As the Guardians retreated, Ethan felt a wave of relief wash over him. They had faced chaos and danger, but in the end, it was their willingness to confront the truth and honor the past that had forged a path forward. The underwater house, once a battleground, now stood as a testament to the power of understanding and respect, bridging the gap between the lost civilization and the explorers who sought to learn from it. The team emerged from the depths, forever changed by the experience, united in their mission to protect the legacy of the Guardians and the energy source that had once sustained a thriving culture. As the Nautilus ascended from the depths of the ocean, the team reflected on the profound journey they had undertaken. The expedition had yielded remarkable discoveries, each one more significant than the last. They had uncovered the remnants of a lost civilization, a society that had thrived in harmony with the ocean, leaving behind artifacts that spoke of their artistry and ingenuity. The team had also encountered the Guardians of the Underwater House, ethereal protectors that embodied the spirit of the civilization. Through their trials, they had learned not only about the past, but also about the importance of respect, understanding, and the delicate balance between humanity and nature. Ethan Calder emerged from the experience with a renewed sense of purpose. He had forged a deep connection with the energy source, realizing that it was not merely a tool for power, but a symbol of the civilization's legacy. The team had collectively decided to document their findings, ensuring that the story of the lost civilization would be shared with the world. They understood that their role as explorers extended beyond mere discovery. They were now custodians of history, tasked with preserving the lessons learned from the past. Dr. Sylvia Laurent, having witnessed the transformative power of their journey, felt a profound responsibility to advocate for the protection of underwater ecosystems. The expedition had reinforced her belief that exploration should be guided by ethics and a commitment to conservation. She envisioned future projects that would not only seek to uncover hidden histories, but also promote sustainable practices that honor the ocean and its inhabitants. Jack Hargrove, who had initially approached the expedition with a thrill-seeker's mindset, emerged with a deeper appreciation for the complexities of exploration. The challenges they faced had tested his limits, but they had also taught him the value of teamwork and the importance of listening to the wisdom of the past. He was eager to share their story, hoping to inspire others to approach adventure with a sense of responsibility and respect. Sophia Reyes, driven by her passion for marine biology, felt invigorated by the discoveries they had made. The expedition had highlighted the interconnectedness of history and ecology, and she was determined to advocate for the preservation of underwater habitats. The lessons learned from the lost civilization would serve as a guiding light in her future endeavors, reminding her that the ocean holds not only mysteries, but also invaluable knowledge about sustainability. Layla Sinclair, the team's photographer, had captured the essence of their journey through her lens. The images she had taken were not just photographs. They were stories waiting to be told. She felt a deep sense of responsibility to share the beauty and fragility of the underwater world, using her art to inspire others to appreciate and protect it. The expedition had ignited her passion for storytelling, and she was excited to create a visual narrative that would resonate with audiences around the globe. As the Nautilus broke the surface, the team knew that their adventure had come to an end. But the impact of their experiences would last a lifetime. They had ventured into the unknown, faced challenges that tested their limits, and emerged with a wealth of knowledge and understanding. The expedition had reinforced the importance of exploration, not just for the sake of discovery, but for the opportunity to learn, grow, and connect with the world around them. To our viewers, we invite you to reflect on the significance of exploration and the lessons it imparts. Every journey into the unknown holds the potential for discovery, not only of the world, but also of ourselves. As we continue to uncover the mysteries of our planet, let us do so with a sense of responsibility and respect for the histories that shape our present. If you enjoyed this thrilling adventure and want to join us on more journeys into the unknown, we encourage you to subscribe to our channel, like this video, and share it with friends who share your passion for exploration and discovery. Together, let's continue to uncover the wonders of our world and learn from the stories that lie beneath the surface. Thank you for being a part of this incredible journey, and we look forward to sharing more exciting tales with you soon.